Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 592. And we are live. Broadcast booth is open. No Luke the Gooner. I'm surprised he didn't pick up on this almost immediately. He's probably stuck in front of the shrine. You know how Luke is. Always looking for ways to improve. And, of course, it's a much sought-after, position and placement in his household. He's spent thousands of dollars building his shrine with everything from $798.87 panties that used to belong to Mickey James, or at least allegedly that he purchased off eBay. He's got posters, he's got figurines, he's got it all. He's a bit of a crazy cat, that one. Luke the Gooner 94, I'm sure he'll be along, because he will notice eventually that the broadcast booth is open, and he will not waste any time at all popping in to try and rib me, tell me I'm fucking Canadian, and that's what the problem with the lack of broadcast booth has been lately. I'm sure he's got lots to say. But anyways, Mufasa's in the house. What's going on, Mufasa? What's going on, man? Great to hear your voice back on the booth. It's good to be back on the booth. I mean, I won't be able to always regularly have the broadcast booth, but I figured, what the hell? Circumstances are good. The stars have aligned. The heavens are open. The host of the most must-see show on Twitch TV is live. But anyways, Mufasa, what's going on? Anything exciting? Got a great card today. We're going to be opening up the show, actually, with a bang, and I mean a bang, because we got 2 vacant Junior World Championships that we're going to crown new holders for today. But yeah, what's going on? What's good? What's new and exciting? Did you win the lottery or anything? Buy a new car? Move into a new house? None of the above? What do you want to talk about, Mufasa? Tell me. But anyways, yeah, great show going on today. So, Joe Link has not completed the match recaps and highlights yet. I was going to actually go over those, but he hasn't had the time. He's very busy, so he hasn't had the time to complete those yet. He's right in the process of doing that, so we'll probably wait until the next time we are live with the broadcast booth to start covering the match recaps and highlights. But we will, of course, have a look at the dirt sheet, see what's going on, what's new and exciting there. I mean, there's a lot going down. So we just had SummerSlam. I don't know who has and has not seen SummerSlam yet, or perhaps just saw highlights from SummerSlam, or what people think of the show as a whole. I actually watched SummerSlam, and I'll tell you, it was a very solid show. A very, very solid show. Mufasa says, I'm not doing much, just watching Squid Game right now. I've never actually watched Squid Game. Not gonna lie. I have not. Haven't watched Squid Game, have not seen any episodes of Stranger Things or any of that sort of... I mean, those shows are just not... They don't really necessarily appeal to me, so... But anyways... It's good to see Mufasa and Anna Jay both back in the ring, because Anna Jay, of course, returned to the ring before the future Mufasa did. And he has come back with vengeance. And, he did not appreciate being taken out. Injury time on the shelf is not something that it does not appeal to him. He likes to be in the ring, likes to be active. He wants to be out in front of those fans. DJ Snowbeast. Holy shit, the booth is back, at least for today. It is at least for today. What's going on, DJ? Of course, DJ Snowbeast has a matchup himself today. It's going to be in singles competition. I'm, of course, not going to reveal much more than that. You know me. I'm not going to deliver spoilers on the show. And if you thought I was going to, how dare you? Although I'm assuming that wasn't, something you thought I was going to do anyways. Only Luke thinks I'm going to do those things, show after show. It's like, as many times he's been here, he's been on the broadcast booth, he's been part of the TWA Fam Jam, and that he has the same questions every show. Is the Gooner or Mickey James booked? Well, I mean, if you sit down with a Coke and a smile, shut the fuck up, and watch, you'll find out very quickly whether or not they're in action. Gotta watch the show. If you don't want to watch the show, gotta watch the VOD. It'll be there. But yeah. So what's going on, DJ? Anything new and exciting for you? Mufasa says he's not doing too much. He's watching Squid Game right now. I had a dryer delivered here, so I was busy and preoccupied. I actually wanted to start just a little bit earlier than I am, but it's all good. It is what it is. It is what it is. At least we're able to go live. That's what really matters. Nothing new and exciting for me, sadly. Well, I mean, it can always be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, sometimes changes, you know, stink. So it depends on definition of new and exciting, because new and exciting could mean stressful and expensive, for instance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I suppose I could probably share the show to the Discord real quick. There we go. And I'll just leave a... Oh, look at me go. I posted it twice. I posted it twice. I'll just remove one. But I will add. Broadcast booth is open. Alright, there we go. So anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about nothing new and exciting. I already read that. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, not having anything new and exciting isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, steady as she goes is sometimes nice. Right? So there's that. So DJ and Mufasa, did you guys watch SummerSlam? Did you guys happen to watch SummerSlam and or the Raw and SmackDown thereafter? I personally thought all three shows were very solid, especially SummerSlam. SummerSlam was a very solid show. One thing I will say, the whole Bronson Reed basically annihilating Seth Rollins kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it? Didn't that kind of come out of nowhere? For me, it did. You know, I know Bronson Reed's looking to make a splash, and, well, he certainly did that. Quite a few body splashes from Bronson Reed that Seth Rollins took, and of course now he's out injured. Whether that's kayfabe or he actually has an ailment, I'm not really quite sure. They're getting very good at keeping things tight-lipped these days. I don't know what they're doing differently, but it's working. You saw some of SummerSlam? Okay, you didn't watch the whole thing. What did you see so far? And did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? So, by the way, the hand to beat in poker today is a pair of aces 10 high. So if you can manage to get a hand better than a pair of aces 10 high, you'll be leading in poker. Nobody won the jackpots last time, so the numbers are the same. I want to say they are 088 and 033. They will pop up at some point, I could be wrong, and we all know, I'm far too lazy to go look right now, so I'm not going to do that, but... you saw up to Gunther versus Priest and Balor fucking Priest. Yeah. So not that I'm terribly displeased Gunther's champion. I'm sorry, if there's anybody that deserved a world title run at this point, it's definitely Gunther. But for me personally, I would have kept the belt on Priest just a little bit longer. I would have had the Judgment Day on Finn Balor's side simply interfere and cause a non-finish, which would mean you'd have to draw that feud, right, between Priest and Gunther out just a little bit longer. I really think they should have gone that route. I think they dethroned Damian Priest a little too soon. That is just my opinion. I don't speak for anybody else, but I personally would have booked it differently. Would Gunther have eventually won the championship? Yeah. He is a workhorse. He is definitely the ring general. He looks great in there. He needs to add a few moves to his arsenal, I think, maybe. But he is a solid workhorse, Gunther, and I'm quite happy that not only did he have such a record, a historic run as Intercontinental Champion, now he's the World Champion, right? Which is, of course, the initial, the original, the OG stepping stone, right? The IC title got you closer to getting a shot at the World Champion, you know, before the Money in the Bank and everything else came into play. So... But anyways, it is what it is. Gunther is champion. They did dethrone Damian Priest, and no, I'm over it. But I would not have booked it that way personally. I don't think. But yeah, so we have a solid card today. 9 matches total. We're going to be kicking things off with a bang because I do have 2 10-man. Actually, one's a 10-man, one is a 10 Vixen. Gauntlet Eliminator, and both of those matches are going to make sure we crown ourselves a brand new Junior World Champion. So we are starting off with not just a bang, but a double bang. And I believe we are starting off with the Vixens of TWA first, so we're going to see them go to battle over the Women's Junior World Championship first. That's coming up next. But, yeah, so Mufasa, did you see SummerSlam? Mufasa is watching Squid Game, so he could be, like, ignoring us right now. Mufasa, how dare you, by the way, ignore us. We do not appreciate that, sir. Squid Games is not that important, sir. You can pause Squid Games. You cannot pause the host of the most must-see show on Twitch TV. You cannot do it. It cannot be done. You gotta catch the show live. That's how it works. Oh, there he is. Mufasa popped back in there like that. I watched it the next morning. Did you enjoy SummerSlam? Was there anything you would have changed? DJ, you tell him. It is ghastly to try and tell us that there is something that is more important than episode number 592 live. Little fallout from the Hall of Legends show, and of course we're going to be officially kicking off the road to the 4th annual TWA Bash at the Beach, so it's going to be a good show. Boss Apollo is in the house. Boss, if you want to join the broadcast, feel free. You know where the door is. You have access to the booth if you're able and or if you would like to. I'm still shocked Luke the Gooner ain't here yet. Although, to be fair, some people have told me it's been up to 20-25 minutes before they even get notified that I'm live. And I know even sometimes when I do go live, I've noticed that even Stream Elements doesn't acknowledge the fact that we are live until a few minutes later. It's kind of weird. Didn't have that problem today. It notified everybody immediately, at least in the chat room today. But that's sometimes delayed. So, but I always thought Twitch should find a way to try and limit that lag. You know, depending on where you are, it could be shorter, it could be longer, you could be right up caught to speed with the show. It just depends. So, but it is annoying. I would have changed both Dom screwing Rhea and Finn screwing Damien. See, I wouldn't have changed Finn screwing Damien. What I would have done is I would have had a non-finish to that match. And had the feud between Gunther and Damian Priest heat up a little more. Because, I mean, he still would have got that shot down the line. Because, let's be honest, Finn Balor was not going to dethrone Damian Priest. So, you know, Gunther has a non-finish. Finn Balor steps in during the next Premium Live event, gets a shot at Damian Priest. This time, Gunther maybe interferes. You know, they could have been a much grander story between the fallout of the Judgment Day and Imperium. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much that could have been done differently there, and it would have made a more interesting story, I think, leading into Survivor Series and Royal Rumble, and then of course WrestleMania. So, but it is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. Well, guys, we may as well get the ball on the roll, get the show on the go, get things turning and burning. We're going to start things off right now with our tone-setting match of the day, and again, it is a 10-man Gauntlet Eliminator matchup. And look at the Vixen villains in this matchup. I would not even want to have to referee this matchup, but we got Asuka in there, we got the Queen of the Ring, or self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, Charlotte Flair in there, Melissa Archer, of course. Mrs. Archer is in action tonight, one half of PMS. She is now a multiple-time champion. Nikita Razor returned not too long ago. She is in this matchup for the Junior World Championship. Nikita Razor was a beast, an absolute monster. We would put her on the same level as the Three Faces of Fear, Angel Terror. And for some of the newer folks in the TWA family and community, you probably don't know either one of those superstars, but they have been forces to reckon with for many seasons in TWA. Roxanne Riley, our new legend in TWA. Alexis James from Team Luke the Gooner 94. Liv Morgan, Mrs. Snow from Team DJ Snowbeast. We got the Viking, Rose Brewer. She is the winningest superstar in TWA history. She's no longer one of the most accomplished anymore, though, because, well, she is one, sorry, I did not say that right. She is one of the most accomplished, second only to probably January, of course, from Team Infinite Oni. January, the coldest bitch on the planet. she's the only person in 5 seasons in TWA's history that was able to acquire 6 championship belts and hold them at the same time. And of course, she had a partner back in the day before she became part of the Undisputed Kingdom, Winter Sworn, B. Jackson, in January. The two of them at one time held every championship in TAW and TWA. Winter Swarm were absolutely phenomenal. Unstoppable. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun to watch. Even B. Jackson has not accomplished the same level of success as January. But Rose Brewer has definitely more wins than everybody else, but she's been around for a very long time. She has many championships under her belt as well. But again, January, the only person to become a sextuplet champion. So, but anyways, here we go. Let's get things rocking and rolling. It is a 10 Vixen. We don't want to anger the Vixen's locker room. We got a 10 Vixen Gauntlet Eliminator matchup, and we are going to crown ourselves a brand new Women's Junior World Championship. That's coming up right now. Let's rock and roll. All right. So, what about Boss? What about you? Did you watch SummerSlam? Did you happen to see SummerSlam at all? Gauntlet Eliminator match. Every 30 seconds. Only occur by pinfall. What if somebody gets knocked out? I guess the other guy still has to pin the knocked out participant. Alright, here we go. Tone setter of the day. Shea Starling from Team Star Knight 22 has had a fantastic debut to her career. Already part of a tag team as well. They are undefeated in the tag team division. There's the question of the show. Do you think Cody Rhodes will drop the championship prior to WrestleMania? It is an interesting question. It is an interesting question. I mean, he could certainly carry that all the way to WrestleMania, or he could get dethroned. Because, I mean, let's face it, they're going to have The Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania. That matchup does not require the WWE Undisputed Championship. And I believe they want to build it like it's the People's Champion versus the New Era's People's Champion. It's hard to say what they're going to do. I just personally hope we don't end up with The Rock fighting for the championship. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see. Does anybody else want to see that? Does anybody else want to see The Rock get in there and fight for the WWE Championship? 3 of a kind. All ones, but hey, guess what, DJ? That still beats the house. The Hand of the Gods is a pair of aces, 10 high. So you are in the lead with 3 of a kind ones. Let's see what I get today. Mufasa with a pair of 2s, 8 high. Unlucky, sir. And apparently I'm not able to play poker at the moment. Let me try that again. There we go. Aha! I beat you out, DJ. Except for my hand doesn't count. But I got 3 of a kind 2s. You got 1s, I got 2s. Who's going to get 3s? Perhaps somebody will get 3s. May as well play the jackpot while I'm thinking about it. 149. Unlucky. Unlucky. 673. Unlucky. One thing I have not done yet. There we go. I am Kurt Angle. I won a gold medal at the 1998 Olympics with a broken freaking neck. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's very impressive. What is going on here? Somebody's attempting to interfere in this matchup. Oh wait, no, this is a gauntlet eliminator. Somebody's entering the match. What am I talking about? I forgot for a minute it was a gauntlet eliminator. Of course somebody's coming out. There will be 10 Vixens all battling it in that ring. Unless somebody gets eliminated before they're all out, of course. That could happen. 072. Unlucky. I believe the numbers are 033 and 088. They will pop up at some point. I'm actually surprised they haven't. The 072 doesn't cut it. You got to come within 10 digits of the actual jackpot number to win the jackpot. But that's about as close as it comes these days. People are not having very much luck with the jackpot lately. Which is kind of surprising, because for a while people were winning it all the time. Four out of 10 already in the ring. We've got Asuka, Alexis James, Shea Starling. Is that Liv Morgan in there? I believe that is Liv Morgan in there. Look at that. Nikita Razor making her way. They're just going to go for it right on the ramp. This match is going to get really ugly. It is going to get very ugly. Competitor number 6 about to make her way out to the squared circle. Who do we got? And Shea Starling, chair in hand. Wait a minute, that's Liv Morgan right there. So who else is in the ring? Is that Bayley in there? No. It's not Bayley. Or wait a minute, sorry, that is Mrs. Snow Beast right there. For a minute there, it looked like Liv Morgan. I was going to say, how do we have 2 Liv Morgans? Well, that is Mrs. Snow Beast. Competitor number 7. Still no eliminations. No eliminations thus far, and it is the Viking Rose Brewer from the Wolfpack Gals. Liv Morgan is on a roll here tonight. I mean, she has been champion before. She's not been world champion, but she has won championships. Competitor number 8. Ready to make her way to the ring here in a moment. The self-proclaimed queen of the ring, Charlotte Flair. We still have one more to go. Oh, 2, sorry. There is 8 Vixens in there. Eight Vixens going to battle. That was a huge flying body splash. Liv Morgan's looking really good in there. I believe we're still waiting for Bayley and Roxanne Riley. The funny thing is, I thought somebody else would have been coming out to the ring by now. There's only 8 superstars in there. I was fairly certain it should have been 10. I don't remember anybody getting eliminated. What is going on even? Alright, anyways. Yes, there's the hand of the gods right. Oh, sorry, it's not a pair of aces 10 high, it was a pair of aces 9 high. That's already been beaten, though. I believe it was DJ Snowbeast with 3 of a kind ones. And yeah, it was DJ. So currently DJ is in the lead in poker right now. 3 of a kind ones. What was his high card? His high card was a 4. His high card was a 4. Looks like Liv Morgan is out of there. Eliminated. Apparently we're only getting 8 Vixens out of the 10 here. I don't know what's going on right now. It should have been 10 Vixens. Again, unless I missed a couple of eliminations. I don't believe I did. Did anybody else see anybody eliminated? Because I don't recall anybody being eliminated. I feel like we're being screwed over for 2 Vixens. I wonder what's going on there. Some sort of insane backstage politics coming into play or something. I don't know. Maybe Nikita Razor beat the shit out of them backstage so they couldn't make it. She is a savage. Good to see her back, though, from Team Boss Apollo. And then, of course, the 3 faces of fear, Angel Terror. You know, I think Angel Terror and Nikita Razor should team up. They should team up. I believe they have before. Boss could fact check me on that, but I'm almost positive. It might have been a while ago, like we're talking season 2 or 3 here. But I'm almost positive that Angel Terror and Nikita Razor have, even if they weren't a tag team, they teamed up before. I'm almost positive. We'll have to wait and see what Boss says about that. Oh, now we get somebody else coming in? That was a long 30 seconds, man. That was a long 30 seconds. It is Melissa Archer. That is the other person coming in. We're still waiting on Bailey, I believe. Or Roxanne Riley. I can't remember which one it was now. I'm trying to remember the lineup off the top of my head and can't. It's either Bailey or Roxanne Riley who should be coming out next. But that was a long 30 seconds, wasn't it? It should be a superstar every 30 seconds. Yo, Moon Raider. What's going on, Moon Raider? What's going on? What's new and exciting? 583, unlucky. Good to see you in here. And those are the numbers, 088 and 033, so I was correct. You have to come within 10 digits of either of those numbers to win the jackpot, which nobody has done in quite a while, by the way. Nobody has done that in quite a while. But welcome in, Moon Raider. Episode number 592. We're 8 shows away from our 600th episode, and of course that will be our 4th annual TWA Bash at the Beach stream preview. It is going to be the biggest party of the summer. I mean, I think all of our stream previews are the biggest party of the month, to be fair, but this happens to be our 4th annual event, and we only have 3 shows that are creeping up on the 4th annual show. There's the 4th annual TWA Bash at the Beach. Then, of course, we'll have our 4th annual TWE Halloween Havoc show. And then, last but not least, at the end of the year, we'll have our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary. TWA Slammiversary is, of course, our WrestleMania in comparison to other promotions for those of you that are newer to the TWA family. Boss Apollo, I got a question for you. And I'm pretty sure you can answer this question for me, but Boss, have Nikita Razor and the 3 Faces of Fear, Angel Terror, not teamed up in the past? Like, I know it's been a while. I'm pretty sure it was season 2 or 3, but I'm almost positive they did. Is that correct? I know we know individually what they've done. They've left paths of destruction throughout the women's division since they inked contracts way back in the day. It was real good to see Nikita Razor make a return. Nikita Razor's on her back right now. Don't they take that as a sign of weakness, though? That woman is a beast. She is a savage. Wow, I say that, and then Nikita Razor is eliminated just like that. That's crazy. Wow, Mrs. Snow just eliminated the Viking Rose Brewer, the winningest superstar in TWA's history. Not just in the women's division. She is the winningest superstar in TWA history. No longer the most accomplished, though. We all know that those credentials go to both B. Jackson and January. There she is. Oh my God. I bet you Roxanne didn't expect that. Run into the ring, out of nowhere comes Shea Starling with a big boot right to the face and flattens her. I gotta tell you, Mrs. Snow Beast is literally trying to eliminate everybody herself. She is on a freaking roll. I mean, DJ, are you watching this? Mrs. Snow Beast is mad in there. She's a woman possessed. With that, caught Charlotte Flair. Oh, I was just about to say caught her showboating. Also caught her in the chin. Holy shit. You see why I wouldn't want to ref this? No wonder the referee's staying in the ring. Like I would too. I don't want part of that shit. Being a referee, getting fucked up for the night just because you decide to be too close to all those crazy women. Ref that match via satellite from backstage. But yeah, boss, if you can fact check that for us. Again, I am pretty sure that's a thing, but... And there's the question of the show again. Do you think Cody Rhodes will drop the championship prior to WrestleMania? Or do you think Cody Rhodes remains champion until at least WrestleMania? Perhaps past WrestleMania? I don't know. What are your thoughts there? What are your thoughts there? One thing I haven't looked at today is the dirt sheets. I don't know what's going on. Dirt sheets are kind of crappy these days, aren't they? There's not much info in them anymore. Again, I mean, WWE specifically, whatever they changed up or whatever they're doing differently, they're really... I mean, the element of surprise has been great lately. Predictability is still there, but not as largely as it was. A lot less leaked information. So they're doing something right for sure. But anyways, let's see what's going on in the dirt sheet, shall we? You know, I didn't even know the bump got canceled. Apparently, WWE's The Bump was canceled. Here's an article about the apparent, anyways, real reason behind WWE's The Bump cancellation. Alright, so this is actually an article from ringsidenews.com, and it was published by Subberjeet Mukherjee. We've read many of his articles before. It says, Matt Camp, who served WWE for several years as the host of The Bump and various other content, was confirmed to have been released back in February this year. With that said, he has now revealed the reason behind WWE's The Bump getting canceled. As previously reported, WWE's Bump has been on hiatus since about May of this year. I didn't know that either, actually. To be fair, though, I didn't really pay attention to The Bump. Anyways, despite the passage of several weeks, there have been no updates regarding its return, leading to concerns among fans about the future of the show. It was then reported that the show eventually got discontinued. So now, while speaking with the Wrestling Matt Camp explained why WWE's The Bump struggled, Charlotte Flair is gone. Roxanne Riley has taken her out. We're now down to 4. No, wait, we're down to 5. We are down to 5. We are halfway there. Halfway to crowning a brand new Women's World Junior Champion. We've got Mrs. Snow Beast, Alexis James, Shea Starling, Roxanne Riley, and of course, Melissa Archer. One half of PMS. So anyways, while speaking on the wrestling mat, Matt Camp explained why WWE's The Bump struggled after Kayla Braxton left and Megan Morant didn't show interest in improving, ultimately leading to its demise. Camp explained that the show wasn't the same without Kayla Braxton, noting that he had worked with various hosts like Scott Stanford, Rosenberg, Sam, Byron, McKenzie, and Kevin Patrick. He emphasized that the importance of working with people outside one's comfort zone to develop chemistry, which can sometimes take time. This is a quote: "The Bump wasn't the same without Kayla, 100%. I worked with Scott Stanford, I worked with Rosenberg, I worked with Sam, I worked with Byron, I worked with McKenzie, and I worked with Kevin Patrick. If you're in broadcasting, it is good to work with people you don't know or aren't comfortable with or haven't developed chemistry with yet. Sometimes chemistry will come, sometimes it won't. To answer the original question, everybody except one person that I worked with would listen. I didn't know everything, and I wouldn't listen to Kevin about stuff, and he would listen to me about stuff. People would lean on me for wrestling stuff. We're doing this, I'm going in, let's go. You're only going to get better if you haven't done something by listening to other people. I did have a broadcasting experience for WWE. Yes, I did 100%. I did radio, I did House of Hardcore, indie wrestling, I hosted podcasts about fantasy football, and I did Busted Open. Those were great experiences to have. I said when I was doing radio on Sirius XM and fantasy football stuff, I wasn't good until 5 years after I did it. 10,000 hours and all that stuff Malcolm Gladwell talks about. Not that I read the book, but I know what the thought process is behind it. The thought process behind it. All that stuff gets you better. 10 years ago, 7 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to sit here by myself and talk for an hour as I've been doing, but I listened and learned from people who had done it before me, producers, and they're willing to help because they're also tied to the success that you have. If the show does well, hey, I produced that show, we're putting on a good product, we get to do more. The people who produced shows that I was on moved up in the world. Camp also pointed out that was kind of hard to read. It was very weirdly worded. You can tell it was probably done via voice to text. But anyways, Camp pointed out that everyone he worked with except one person was receptive and open to feedback. Camp admitted he didn't know everything and often learned from others, including Kevin Patrick. His previous broadcasting experience included radio, indie wrestling, and podcasts, which contributed to his growth. Even though he initially wasn't very good, he mentioned Malcolm Gladwell's concept of 10,000 hours, noting the improvement comes with experience and learning from others. Camp also shared that while there are many hardworking people, some may lack natural talent and hit a wall, while others may have talent but lack effort. He highlighted that Jackie and Kevin Patrick were examples of individuals who worked hard to improve. Regarding Megan Morant, Camp acknowledged that he and Morant did not have chemistry. He had tried to help her improve by inviting her to observe and participate in various events, but she did not take advantage of these opportunities. Despite efforts to integrate her into the team, including make her a regular on the show, the situation did not improve. Camp noted that the trying efforts eventually ceased, leading to the show's decline. So, and then there's a big long quote, basically, that just goes into the same things we've already discussed. I'm really not going to get into reading that all again because it's going to make me read the same material I already did and add a few words to it. So at the end of the day, the show was discontinued because there was lack of chemistry on the show and a lot of the people involved were not interested in improving. So if you were a fan of The Bump, I guess sorry about your luck because they did not care. They did not care. I think he will drop the title to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. You think he will? That's interesting. I hadn't really thought of that. I mean, I do think he'll get a shot at one of... I mean, isn't he fighting... He's going to be fighting Gunther, no? He's going to be fighting Gunther. Although, you know, I don't feel like that's... He's not going to dethrone Gunther, though. If the match has a finish, because let's face it, I mean, there's going to be intrusions in that matchup. There will be intrusions in that matchup from somebody. Something will happen. But yeah, Randy Orton. So, because I mean, Orton's on Raw currently. Not that that really means a whole lot. Alexis James has been eliminated. A couple other people have been eliminated too. Well, we've been talking about the reason behind the bumps cancellation. And Shea Starling taps it. We are down to 2, ladies and gentlemen. It is Melissa Archer versus Mrs. Snowbeast. One of these two Vixen villains are walking out the new Junior World Champion. Which one's it going to be? Which one is it going to be? Mrs. Snowbeast was, of course, on a bit of a hiatus while she was healing a hamstring and an ACL that was slightly damaged. She has returned and immediately decided she wanted a shot at that Junior World Championship. She's, of course, held that championship before. Mrs. Snowbeast, of course, coming out of DJ Snowbeast camp. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but I figured I'd throw that out there. And that is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 10 Vixen Gauntlet Eliminator and your new Junior World Champion, one half of PMS, representing Team Mrs. Archer. Actually, it's Team Archer's wife. I always say that, but it's actually Archer's wife. She is Mrs. Archer, but it is Archer's wife. But it is Melissa Archer picking up the big W and going home with the Junior World Gold. But anyways, all right, so we'll move on to our next matchup. In our next matchup, it is the men's turn. We got ourselves a 10 Villain Gauntlet Eliminator. First it was the Vixen villains, now it is the villains, and look at the villainy we have going on here. We got AJ Styles, one of the newer members of the TWA roster, who's on absolute fire right now, Captain TWA. We got Gunther in there, JC from Team Sir Jack the Great, Zach Payne. We got CJ Archer, Drew McIntyre, the Gooner Luke Ballmer, Seth freaking Rollins, and Zero Yamashita. It is going to be a bloodbath, but it is going to be a fantastic matchup. Who do you guys think's walking out the Junior World Champion here? Who's it going to be? AJ Styles, maybe? Zero Yamashita? I mean, each person in there is no stranger to championship gold, and they're certainly not any... Neither of them are strangers to going to war, so it's going to be a battle. But what do you think? Who's walking out with the Junior Gold? We are going to find out, because that match is next, and we're going to keep things rocking and rolling. It is showtime and go time for matchup number 2. That was a hell of a way to set the tone for the day, wasn't it? Melissa Archer now the new Junior World Champion. Let's see who does it for the men. I mean, just to throw something out there, I'm going to go with the Gooner. I'm going to go with the Gooner on this one. But here we go. Let's find out. Let's find out.
The following contest is a
I always love the garbage can shots.
2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Eliminations can occur.
Yeah, unless the referee decides that, or whoever's in control of the time clock, who'd be the timekeeper, but you got to think that the referee has something to do with that whole thing. Because when we got down to 8, we still had 2 more Vixens to come out to the squared circle, and it took forever for them to come out. There was a very long 30 seconds between 9 and 10. Actually, sorry, between 8 and 9 and 9 and 10. Gunther making his way to the squared circle. Who will Gunther start things off with? I'm going to guess that he starts the night off against Seth Rollins. I'm going to say Seth freaking Rollins is participant number 2. The ring general. Alright, so anyways. Well, apparently the all-in date and location has already been revealed for 2025. If we get bored enough, we'll check that out. It's not that big of a deal. Apparently the WWE decided against changing Judgment Day faction name. I didn't even know it was up for discussion that they might change it. Let's check that out, shall we? It's another Subberjeet Mukherjee article. So the ongoing feud between Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and the new Judgment Day faction, led by Dominic Mysterio and WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan, has taken an interesting twist following WWE SummerSlam. On the August 12th episode of WWE Raw, it was announced that Priest and Ripley would face Mysterio and Morgan at WWE Bash in Berlin, further intensifying the storyline. Recently, WrestleVotes reported that WWE was considering rebranding the new Judgment Day faction with the name Street Trash, which led to significant fan backlash in follow-up reports. WrestleVotes confirmed that WWE listened to the outcry and decided not to rename the faction entirely. Instead, the new Judgment Day will remain, and the Street Trash concept will be incorporated into the group's gimmick as a slogan. The Street Trash idea reportedly came directly from Finn Balor, and WWE has already approved merchandising related to the slogan. This move allows WWE to keep the core identity of Judgment Day intact while adding a fresh element to the group's presentation. The quote is, "A good follow-up on this. Looks like they heard the outcry," sources claim. The new Judgment Day... the name, not new. The name Judgment Day will remain. However, the slogan Street Trash will be incorporated within the group's gimmick. The Street Trash idea came directly from Finn Balor, with merchandising concept already completed, and approved. So fans can breathe a sigh of relief knowing the Judgment Day won't undergo a complete name change, as many believe the Street Trash moniker would have negatively impacted the group's image. As the storyline continues to unfold, it will be interesting to see how WWE incorporates the new slogan into the group's gimmick and what impact it will have on their trajectory. Alright, we're about to have somebody else come into the squared circle here. Who is going to join Gunther and Drew McIntyre? And I was wrong, by the way. I thought maybe Seth Rollins. It was Drew McIntyre. It is CJ Archer. And he's going right after Drew McIntyre. Well, apparently he's going after both. He wants a piece of Drew, and he wants a piece of Gunther. Balls to the walls for CJ Archer. Alright, so yeah, I don't know. I didn't really necessarily like the whole Street Trash thing either. If they want to incorporate that as a slogan and have merchandising regarding that moniker, then whatever. But to change the name of the group from the Judgment Day to Street Trash is just a little much. It's a little much. Zero Yamashita is competitor number 4. Look how fast that 30 seconds was. I don't know who their timekeeper is, but it is insane. And here comes Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins making his way to ringside here. Taking himself right into the heat of the battle. Gunther slamming CJ Archer right into the barricade. Seth Rollins hasn't even actually officially got into the ring, and we're 4 seconds away from having a new competitor. That's hilarious. Yo, Strife. What's going on, Strife? One of our newest management teams to be inducted into the TWA Hall of Legends. Who is that angelic voice? It is the host with the most must-see show on Twitch TV. How dare you ask? It goes without saying, unequivocally the best voice in all of EFED Wrestling. Recognizable by the masses. But anyways, what are you doing, Strife? What's new and exciting? By the way, did you like your logo that we had created for you for the Hall of Legends? I never really did get a chance to ask you that. What did you think about that? Drew McIntyre with an air raid. Captain TWA's in the house. 3 more to come. Who is next? It is Zach Payne. And Drew McIntyre, well, he was meeting him at the top of the ramp. He very quickly ran back to the squared circle. But welcome Zach Payne, former world champion. Might have actually been the quickest rising male star, if not the one of for certain, to the top of the food chain. Very quickly became world champion. So anyway, Strife, yeah, did you like your logo? Have you seen it yet? I don't even know if you've seen it. I have updated the Hall of Legends section on Discord. With exception to the yearly awards, I still have to do the yearly awards. The championship section, with exception to obviously this show, is also up to date. Man, now it's Drew McIntyre going to the barricade. Gunther is an animal. CJ Archer coming in from behind Gunther. Did not fool Gunther, though. Gunther is very aware of his surroundings at the moment. Two count only there. Gunther ran right into the referee there. Zach Payne from behind takes out Gunther. Here comes Seth Rollins. It is pandemonium in there. So anyway, Strife, are you going to answer that question? You have not answered my question yet, sir. How dare you? I was curious to know if you saw your logo yet, and what you thought of that logo. Again, Variants of Strife was, of course, inducted into the TWA Hall of Legends just the other day as a legendary management team. But Strife, if you haven't seen it, it is on Discord. It is on Discord. Boss Apollo is Kenny Omega. I believe we still only have 8 superstars out there. Now, I believe somebody was eliminated, but there should still be one coming. So again, we got a period of time here. It's a very long 30 seconds. Because I believe Zach Payne was number 9. At this point, I'm starting to think that the 30 seconds doesn't begin until Zach Payne actually gets into the squared circle. That could definitely be a thing. Let's find out, because Drew McIntyre is going to toss him in here. Man, the chaos in there. Another one of those matches you don't really want to be the referee for. Although I'd much rather referee all those villains than get into the middle of the squared circle with those crazy vixen villains that he had to govern earlier. That was a hell of a tone-setting matchup. For anybody that missed it, of course, Melissa Archer became the new Junior World Champion. We're going to crown another new World Champion, well, Junior World Champion, in this matchup as well. Somebody has been eliminated. Who is it? Looks like Captain TWA is going home. He's been eliminated from the matchup. I'll tell you that Zero Yamashita, for such a big lad, he is so agile. He's very quick. Infinite Oni is in the house. Oni says, now here is a real wrestling show. What's going on, Oni? This has been exciting. Luke the Gooner is in the house. Today, Luke the Gooner is Trish Stratus. That's got to hurt just a little bit. Luke says, Jesus Christ, he's talking. Yeah, I was able to sneak in a broadcast booth today. I figured, what the hell? Circumstances were correct. Stars have aligned. Heavens are open. The host of the Balls of the Most Must-See Show on Twitch TV is live. Episode number 592. We are only 8 shows away from that 600th episode. We got a little bit of fallout from the Hall of Legends, and of course we've got a little bit of... we got to set ablaze to the road to our next SPV, the next big SPV for 2024, our 4th annual TWA Bash at the Beach, just around the corner. It will be episode number 600. Not as of yet, because Johnny will not be in the house. Well, actually, he'll be in a house show matchup coming up soon, but he's going to be going directly to Wrestle Wars Genesis, Oni, so he can be there to unveil the brand new arena that we have for Wrestle Wars Genesis. He's going to be there signing autographs, helping sell merchandise, delivering interviews. He's got a lot on the go to advertise the new Wrestle Wars Genesis Arena. Of course, Wrestle Wars Genesis is our very next show, so you do not have long to wait before we unveil that new arena. But that's where Johnny Rainbow is. He's already on the road handling PR situations. Wow. Did JC just throw a fireball in Seth Rollins' eyes? I'm pretty sure I saw that. Oh, look at that. We're finally gonna get competitor number 9 in here. CJ Archer got hit right between the eyes by a javelin-tossed sledgehammer. It is the Gooner Luke Ballmer. Well, Luke, it's back for at least today. It won't be back consistently until I'm back in my own house. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start trying to do them as often as I can while I'm here. You were hoping to see his new look. Yeah, he's not on today's card. Again, he's out working with the PR crew, getting ready for Wrestle Wars Genesis. Going to be one of those. He's going to be one of the faces of the company. They're going to be unveiling the arena. Still a few days till that happens. That won't be until Wednesday. But we will be having house show matchups between Twitch All-Star Wrestling and Wrestle Wars Genesis. I won't leave you guys thirsting for more great matchups. I think that's the first time that's actually popped up since the show started. Welcoming everybody into TAW Live. So true, though. For those of you who are newer to our TWA family, Twitch All-Star Wrestling came into existence as a development territory initially. They actually bought out another development territory, became Twitch All-Star Wrestling, but its fan base, of course, and level of match quality from the brand created an unavoidable buzz from the fans. The buzz quickly exploded into direct competition to TWA's Wrestle Wars Genesis, which now houses a deep pool of world-class wrestlers. And as it says, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Enjoy the live broadcast booth, which we currently do have tonight. Your pro wrestling news, rumors, historical facts, and most importantly, our community and show. Somebody has snuck onto the broadcast booth. Who is it? I hear somebody lurking in the background. Is that you, Luke? Is it Luke the Gooner 94? Perhaps it's Boss Apollo? It is somebody. And they're being very secretive. TWA did not used to be YTD Academy. No, TAW is YTD Academy, yeah. TWA technically has always been a thing. The T in TWA simply stands for the Archerverse, right? The Archerverse Wrestling Alliance. But TAW is Twitch All-Star Wrestling, and that's what bought out and took over for YTD Academy. Of course, you might have just messed up the letters there. You probably already knew that. But for anybody that didn't, now you know. Yeah, I kind of figured you meant that, yeah. I kind of figured you meant that. Gotta tell you, Oni, your new logo looks fantastic on the barricade there. Looked even better at the Hall of Legends. It was nice to see your logo being displayed for the Hall of Legends. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I have not talked to Johnny Rainbow in a hot minute, so I'm going to be interested to see. It's going to be interesting to see his new look and what he's got. I'd like to talk to him anyways. I'm interested in his plans. Johnny freaking Rainbow, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Multiple-time champion. Always a pleasure to do business with. He keeps himself very busy, though. He is definitely... He is a workhorse for the business. Always doing PR, interviews, autograph signings, meet and greets, you name it, he's there. Stripe says, and we are back. Coffee gathering. Actually, that's not a terrible plan. That is not a terrible plan. I think actually when the next during the next matchup, I might actually acquire a fresh coffee. Oh, and he says he almost looks like a woman. Who looks like a woman? Did I miss something? Are we talking about Johnny Rainbow here? I mean, Johnny Rainbow can do whatever he wants. He can dress like he wants, he can talk like he wants, he can act as he will. He has earned the right. Johnny Rainbow is a Hall of Legends candidate. Redeem break time notice. Thank you, Strife. Again, I'll probably utilize that during the next matchup, and I'll just acquire myself a fresh beverage quickly. Wouldn't want to leave you folks hanging for too long. You know, I'm surprised Luke the Gooner is not on this broadcast yet. Somebody did sneak on briefly. They disappeared, though. I heard it. And I seen it in my peripheral vision, but they have gone missing. Hopefully it's not Christian Cool, because then we can guarantee that the concession stands are being emptied out of all hot dogs, nachos, Coca-Colas. So let's hope it is not Christian Cool or Glenola. Glenola will drink all the beer. He will drink it all. Could be Sir Jack. Yes, it could be. I don't see Jack sneaking onto the broadcast, though. He likes to tuck tail and run still, right? He is afraid of the masses. He's afraid of the TWA community, the fam jam. He doesn't mind coming in and talking trash. He doesn't mind coming in and running his mouth. But when push comes to shove and the tough get going, he too does not get going. Right? He tucks those fail tethers. I can't even talk. He tucks those tail feathers and he runs. Gooner doing great things. He is doing great things. Luke, if you want to join the broadcast, feel free. Seeing how you don't need to ask for such things. I don't know what happened to Boss Apollo. He could have joined too. I know Boss is lurking, but I don't know what he's up to. But he most certainly, at least up to this point, has not joined. Don't be afraid, Luke. Just because you're British doesn't mean you can't jump onto the broadcast booth, be at the side of the host of the most must-see show on Twitch TV. I can elevate your career. You know? You want to be the co-host with the most? You got to show up, you got to put up or shut up. Being part of the broadcast booth would be great, Moon Raider says. I mean, have you added the Archerverse to PlayStation? Or I can't remember if I have you as a friend on the PlayStation Network or not, do I? I don't see any requests, that's for sure, but... I'm just looking here to see if I have Moon Raider already on PlayStation. Moon Raider, do I have you? I know I have Jack. But again, he is afraid of the masses. He is unwilling to address the fam jam. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I can't find you, Moon Raider. I don't think I have you on PlayStation Network. Not yet. Okay, well, if you send me a request, I can accept that. You know, we can always add you to the broadcast booth. It can be done. I mean, I wouldn't do so until after this matchup, but it can be done. You need to get the PS app on your new phone. Yeah. Yeah, you should do that too, and Oni. It's been a hot minute since we've had you on the broadcast booth. Just sent you a friend request. Excellent. I'm just going to check the app. Alright. So I now have Moon Raider. Now I just got to find you. I just added you, but I got to find you so that I'm able to add you to the broadcast booth. But again, I'm going to wait until after the matchup, Moon Raider. I'll just search it. shit, I forget. Is it Moon Raider 25 on here? There's a lot of Moon Raiders. There's no Moon Raider 25. I literally just accepted your friend request, and I can't remember what the hell your name was on here. Was it 26? Are you Moon Raider 26 on here? The Gooner's out at the shrine. Oh, yeah, you're right, Oni. That's exactly what it is. Gooner says, I think it's time for a throwback. 26, okay. 26X? Oh, no, never mind. I see what you're putting there. Alright, hold on. Just had to have a different name, eh? Alright. So you've been added to the broadcast booth. So anytime we go live, Moon Raider, and you're willing and able, you can join the broadcast booth. At this point, though, just wait until after this match is done. I mean, Luke the Gooner never listens, so if you hear him jump on, feel free to just jump on. But he may be waiting for the next match. Or at least until this one has run its course. By the way, we are down to 5 competitors here. We got CJ Archer still in there. The Ring General, Gunther. We have Seth freaking Rollins, the Gooner, Luke Ballmer, and of course Drew McIntyre still in there. CJ Archer's been eliminated by the Ring General. CJ is going home empty-handed. Down to 4. Oh, big running lariat to Seth freaking Rollins in the corner. Wow, took him out too. He is done. He is done like dinner. Done like dinner. Oh, look at this. Gunther pinning the Gooner to the mat. Wow, we are down to Gunther and Drew McIntyre, guys. Gunther and Drew McIntyre. One of these two gentlemen are going to walk out of here as the new Junior World Champion. That is insane. That is insane. Never in a million years would I have guessed this would have come down to Drew McIntyre and Gunther. Anybody else see that coming? I did not see that coming. I did not. I know. Oh, 2 count. 2 count only.
He knows how to avoid contact.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, over the head, belly to belly. And you know, I got to tell you, Gunther's a big dude. That's no easy task right there. That is no easy task. Gunther wearing a crimson mask here. He's got blood all over him. As does Drew McIntyre. I mean, it has been a war. You know, I thought the Vixen Villains went to war. This has been every bit as epic as the tone setter. It's like a double tone setting day. Ooh. Michinoku driver by Drew McIntyre. Look at that. He is great on the multi-man matches. You had your money on... Yeah, Gunter usually does. Like, he wins a lot of tournaments. He's like the king of tournaments. It's insane. Almost every tournament he enters, he wins. Especially over in LCW. You ever watch the Gooner over in LCW? Speaking of the Gooner, Luke the Gooner 94, what the hell are you doing exactly? Get the hell away from the shrine. Step away from the fridge. Put the bread and the meat down. Get your ass on the broadcast booth. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the 10 Villain Gauntlet Eliminator and your new Junior World Champion, Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior, your new Junior World Champion. Congratulations to Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre is no easy target. He battled for this win. And now
Fantastic matchup. Both of them were. Like I said, those were two fantastic ways to open up the show. Melissa Archer, of course, the victor of the Vixen Villains Gauntlet Eliminator. Now Drew McIntyre, who, by the way, Drew McIntyre and Gunther came in at number 1 and 2. Did anybody else besides me take notice of that? Drew and Gunther were the first 2 in there. They were the last 2 in there. That was fucking awesome. It really was. I'm not even going to lie. That was an awesome match. The 2 guys that started end up being the 2 final people in the matchup. But Drew taking home that Junior World Championship to Glasgow, Scotland. All right, so Moon Raider, if you want to join the broadcast booth, feel free. That match is in the books. I don't know what Luke's doing. I think Oni's right. I think he's in front of the shrine. He is in front of the shrine. All right, so here we go with our third matchup of the day, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Legends Championship. And this is going to be one crazy, crazy matchup. Elijah Archer putting his championship on the line against 3 of our top 8 legends in the division. We've got DJ Snowbeast, who, by the way, since forming a tag team with Papa Snowbeast, they are not just undefeated. They are not just putting the entire tag team division on notice. They are your junior world tag team champions. They had a fantastic showing at the 3rd annual TWA Hall of Legends show. If you haven't seen that show yet, make sure you watch that one before you watch this one. Oh, look at that. We're going down. Down, down, down. Give me a second.